so much for having us here tonight. I am Janet Testerman. I'm running for City Council at large CB, and thrilled to be here. I am a Knoxville native. Grew up here, left for about 8 years, but I've been back a long time, and have really the last 3 decades spent my professional career in really trying to be an ambassador for our city, and very involved in a lot of different organizations throughout our community. People ask me why running for city council. I go back and a little about my professional careers. When I moved back, I was heading to law school and I got a summer job working for a local caterer, and that led to a 13-year career. I had my own catering company for 8 years. Then I left, went back to my roots in communications. I was executive editor of Skirt Magazine, executive editor of Knoxville Magazine, which is our city lifestyle magazine. And then we all know publishing is kind of spiraled. So I left publishing, I moved to the cable TV side of Scripps and did internal communications for Scripps Networks Interactive for many years. And then while I was there, I served on the board of Young Williams Animal Center. We had a leadership change 3 years ago, and I stepped into that role as CEO of Young Williams Animal Center to work hard to move animal welfare forward across our city. So that's been an incredibly rewarding experience, and continue to do so. But again, why am I running for city council? Because I really want to take my experience and my leadership, again, across different organizations, from arts organizations to healthcare, and I want to take that to the next level to serve our city and to continue to move our city forward. I think we're at a real crossroads of change right now. We've got a new county mayor, we are getting ready to have a new city mayor, we have a new head of the chamber, we have a new head of TVA, KUB, UT chancellor, probably going to have a new UT president. That's a lot of change agents and a lot of new visions coming together. So I would love to figure out a way to get those visions to the table with the voice of the citizens of this community to say, hey, what's our vision for Knoxville? And I'm a believer that we need a strategic plan. What do we want our city to look like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And that needs to be a collective voice. And I love the idea of running citywide, because every part of the city has different needs. They have different issues. And I think collectively those all come together to create that greater vision and our hope for future for all of us and children and really everybody. And so, as I've worked for these large employers, many are divesting in this community, they're transitioning out, so how do we start to fill that tax base and recruit new business and support our local entrepreneurs, because we need those tax dollars. We don't want to absorb them. So we need to leverage our city, but we need that funding to also provide for the social services that are greatly needed across our city. We have homelessness we're dealing with, affordable housing issues, mental health, opioid crisis, and we want to be able to start to address those issues head on, but have the resources to do it. And I also firmly support our law enforcement. They are severely depleted in manpower and resources, and I feel like we've got to come together and figure out how to better recruit and retain our first responders. So, and so I go back. I'm about smart economic growth. I'm about inclusivity across all parts of the city, and I'm about a strategic plan. And those are really, why I'm running for city council, some of the things I hope to accomplish, what I'm hearing from all of you across this community. And I say, we live in the best city, and I want to make the best better. So I would be grateful for your support, your vote on Tuesday. If you haven't voted, I'm in it till November 5th, regardless. And so certainly, would love for you to reach out to me. My number is 250-4860. I have some rack cards here, so please reach out to me anytime, and thanks for having me here tonight.
Sure. Anybody? Go ahead. Y'all can give her a round of applause. Anybody have a quick question that you want to know, Mia?
I would like to know, what would you consider affordable housing? What range?
For what range as far as affordable housing?
As far as rent?
Well, I think, as far as what that actual range is, a lot of it is dictated by kind of the poverty level in the community. And, I think that we've got the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, and I want to see continued units for that. But I think that range is again dictated from state and national levels. But I support that we need to have. The Affordable Housing Trust Fund has granted us about 600 units over the last many years, and so I want to continue to do that. I think there are creative ways to do that because we've got a lot of need for affordable housing.
Well, speaking of a creative way, in Virginia, some part of Virginia, those huge churches that look like cathedrals that have extras above the church, they're renovating those, and they are able to, by law, because it's part of the law, that they can have mixed use, and they have renovated their upper part of their church into a park. Would you be interested in having something like that come here?
I think we've got to be creative, and I've actually said, some people posed a question with the latest news on Easttown, what would your idea be for the Easttown Knoxville Center space? And one of my thoughts is, over the last 15 years, malls have kind of flipped inside out and moved to lifestyle centers. And looking at number of lifestyle centers around the country, it's mixed use, it's residential, but it's smaller footprint to support local business and that kind of thing. But a lot of those lifestyle centers are dedicating up to 15% for affordable housing units.